So we are going to share some exciting information with each and every one of you. What I'm going to ask that you do, guys, is to grab a pen and paper. To think it is to ink it. So please take down a pen and paper. If you are on your phone, you will also be able to take screenshots, as well as if you're on your computer, you can use something called snip and clip, and that will allow you to take screenshots as well. But I really do believe that if you write it down, you are going to learn it even better. And the one thing about it is, guys, we are going to be teaching you today as a leader. We want you to learn this stuff so that you can go out and teach it. It's not just for you to learn it so that you're like, oh yeah, I got it, but you need to be able to go ahead and teach your new members. So welcome to our Smarter Than Money new member orientation. I am fired up and ready to go today. So I hope you guys are ready to rock and roll. This is interactive, meaning you need to shout out the answers and everything back when I ask you some questions. I'm going to ask you to write down some things. So the first thing I want you to know is about the vision. You know, they say people without vision, people will perish, right? So I want you to know the vision of what our company and with the Smarter Than Money, what our vision is. Our vision is to create a $1 billion, with a B, dollar ecosystem. And the reason we want to do that is we want to help to eradicate poverty. And some of you guys might not think like poverty. Anybody that still has any type of debt, you're in some type of poverty, right? Because you're owing someone else money. So we want to eradicate that. We want to help you to live a debt-free, stress-free, and financially free life. If you're up for that, say yo, yo, yo. All right. Now, listen, there's 4 keys to your success. I really want you to write these down. The first key is that you have to be coachable. Be coachable. When we give you the game plan, you need to execute the game plan. I want you to think about the most successful people that you know in life. They all have one thing in common. They all have a coach. Did Michael Jordan have a coach? Did Tiger Woods have a coach? Did LeBron James have a coach? Any successful people that you know, they all had a coach. We're here to coach you to be successful. What we're teaching you has already been proven. People are already successful with it. So be coachable. Follow the game plan. Execute the game plan. Next thing you want to do is you want to be responsible. Being responsible means that you understand that if it's to be, it's up to you. You want to come in here with a driver mentality or a leader's mentality, not a passenger. You don't want to wait around for somebody else to carry you around. You want to say, okay, I know there's a call at 5 o'clock. I'm going to be there 5 minutes earlier, 8 o'clock. That's West Coast. I'm used to West Coast time. There's a call at 8 o'clock. That means you need to be here at 7:55 and make sure your guests are here at 7:55. Okay, so be responsible for your success. Now, you also want to be committed. See, people want to know that you have a stake in the ground. They don't want to follow wishy-washy people. They don't want to follow somebody that says, oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread, and tomorrow you're talking about something else, right? No, you want to be committed to your success. Also, think about it. I know us as women, you're talking about dating somebody. You always want a guy that knows where he's going and he's committed to that outcome. That's the same thing as it is in business. People are going to follow a leader who's committed to your success. They're committed to what the program that they're in. They're not wishy-washy. So be committed to your goals and never, ever quit. How many times have you told your kids that, winners never quit and quitters never win? We want you to win at this and win big. So don't ever, ever quit on yourself. And don't ever, ever quit. There's going to be people who are going to tell you no, and they're going to tell you that you're crazy. But I'm telling you, when you get those things, you just got to understand you're moving in the right direction because you're moving out of the 98 percenters and into the 2 percenters. Well, Marshonda, what do you mean by that? 98% of the population are like people who whine and complain about what they have, but they're not willing to do what it takes to get to the 2%. The 2% are the people who own everything that the 98% say that they want, and they have a it's up to me mentality. They don't complain about stuff. They know, they understand the obstacles, but they go and make it happen. Guys, congratulations. People are talking to you and telling you that you're crazy. Understand, you just moved into the 2%. They just don't know it yet. So when people tell me no, I just look at them and say, you're a 98%. Right now, you're in the 98%. I'm moving on. I'm looking for 2%ers. Understand that. So don't ever, ever quit. Now that you've joined, what's next? It's time to build a solid foundation. Think about it. If you were building a house, you want a solid foundation. This next component is your foundation, knowing your why. And some of you have got on the calls or you've been through things and they always ask you, what is your why? Why do you want to do this? Why did you decide to join Co-op Life? Please, I want you to take a moment and write that down and dig deep. Why? Not just, I want to make some extra money. Here's $1. You made extra money. Get out of here. No, you want to dig deep. Whose life is going to be affected and changed because you're going to go after your goals and dreams here? You know, whose life will be affected if you decide to give up? You need to write those people's names down. Is it your husband? Write their name down. Wife, write their name down. Their kids, your parents, your church. Write that information down. It's going to be important. I want you to write this one down because I'm going to ask you to put this in 3 locations. And it's going to be really, really important that you do this. Remember, being coachable, be coachable. Now, how much money do you want to raise? It's really important that we put a dollar figure there. So how much do you want to raise in the next 30 days, 90 days, 1 year, and 5 years? It's important, again, that you be specific. We want to go back and be able to track this. Now, I want you to dream big, but I really want you to write down something that your brain can actually believe is possible at this stage in your development. So don't go writing you want to earn, $10 million in 30 days, and you've never in your life even earned $1 million. So let's think about it. I always ask my new people, let's start with the first goal. Let's get you to $500 residually. And they're like, okay, let's do that. How do I do that? You need to get 15 people on both cooperatives. That's going to give you $500 residually. Would you give me $84 if I was going to give you $500 every single month for the rest of your life? Absolutely, right? So let's start thinking in those terms when we're talking to our new people. Remember, we're not just teaching you today. We're teaching you so you can teach your new person. Okay? So that's how you do it. Break these goals down. The next thing you want to do is you want to make a public declaration. You want to go out and tell the people that you love and you care about what it is that you're up to. You want to go to your husband or your wife and say, baby, listen, I just joined this co-op crowd. I'm going to be getting on some conference calls. I'm going to be getting on some Zooms. I'm going to be talking to people. I'm going to be expanding my network here. I'm going to ask that you support me because I'm going to be going for it. And the reason why I'm going to be going for it, and tell them and share your why with them. If it's your kids, you're going to say, hey, listen, guys, I have a goal to help us to get to, to pay for your college tuition, or maybe a goal next year to take you guys to Disneyland. But that's going to cause that, mommy or daddy are going to be on some calls. We're going to need you to understand that I can't always go and run and do things because I'm going to be committed to this project that I'm working on. But it's for us, for a bigger goal. Explain that to the people that you love and you care. And most importantly, you need to put a public declaration out on social media. And for those of you who say, well, I don't really do social media that much, that's going to be the reason why you want to do it. Why you want to do it. Because that is what's going to cause curiosity. Because they're going to say, well, gosh, I've never seen Pat say anything before. If you just write this statement on your social media pages, I assure you, you're going to get people asking you, what is it? What are you up to? I just started a new project and I'm so excited. Put some emojis there, but don't put anything else. When people start asking, well, what are you up to, Pat? What are you up to, Loretta? What's this new project all about? You're going to then talk to them in a direct message, in a private message just to them. Because you want other people asking you, yeah, well, what are you up to? Oh, girl, it's so exciting. Let me share it with you. And you're going to go over to your private message and share it with them. Okay? And then we're going to teach you what you're going to say when you do that. But please make a public declaration. Put your flag in the ground, guys. That's how you create curiosity. I'm telling you, it's so awesome. The next thing you want to do is you want to start sharing this with people. See, I want you to really get that the person who shared this with you did you the biggest favor of your life, because you see something now. You're involved with something that is literally under the ground floor. Now, I know that there were many of you who said, man, I wish I would have known about Zoom before the pandemic, or I wish I had some Microsoft stock way back then, or some Amazon stock way back then. Well, I'm telling you right now, mark my word, a year from now, 5 years from now, everybody will know the name CoopCrowd. And you got involved with it in the beginning. How awesome is that? But it's now up to you to share it, to share this blessing with the people that you love and you care about. Share it with everyone, because you got the blessing. This is not corporate America where you hoard and hide all your secrets. No, sharing is caring in here, and that's going to create a bunch of donations for you. The more you share, the bigger your donations grow. How awesome is that? Now, Marshanda, what do you mean by sharing? How do we get started with sharing? Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a list. Yes, that is correct. Being coachable. Remember, make a list. Start with the contacts in your phone. Every adult has more than 100 people in their phone, believe it or not. So check out your phone first. Go to your Facebook friends. It's so incredible. People have hundreds and thousands of Facebook friends. If you have Facebook friends, what do you have them for if you can't share with them what you're up to, right? You want to write those names down. You want to think about people who are business-minded, like your real estate agent, your insurance agent, the person who sold you your car. Those people, they already have a business mind. They're okay with talking to people. Same with people that are in network marketing. Think about all the beautiful network marketing companies. Mary Kay, doTERRA, ACN, all of those companies. Think of people who you know that sell Avon. Write those names down. If you can't think of them, just go to your Facebook page, search Mary Kay, go ahead and click on Mary Kay and go down to under the About section, and all of your friends who like Mary Kay, their name will be listed there. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm giving you the golden, just how you can squeeze the juice. Facebook is so amazing for a lot of different reasons, but especially if you have a business like we do, you can get a lot of golden nuggets. And we're going to share a little bit more with you on that. Write down the names of people you know that have been in those gifting circles and programs that have called you and tried to get you into something. Or for those of us that were in it, who did we water? Who did we give money to? Write those names down, right? They owe you a favor to come and look at this, right? Write down the most outgoing person that you know. Who's the life of the party? The person that is always throwing a barbecue. They always got a party over their house. They always got a cookout. They always got something going on. Write that person down. Guess why? Because they're connected to other people. They're used to inviting people to things. Those that are in sororities and fraternities, write those names down. Guys, you do not want to stop writing this list until you get to at least 50 names or more. 50 names or more. And I'm going to share with you what you can do with those names in just a second. You're going to contact those people. Once you have that list, you're going to contact them. The best method to contact them is to call them. Please circle that. Write that down. Call them. You want them to hear the excitement in your voice. You want them to hear. I didn't say text them. I didn't say use an instant message, blah, blah, blah. Call them. If you have to try to text them, leave them a voice text. You want them to hear your voice. Really important. When you contact them, what are you doing? You're contacting them to, first of all, you're going to find out what's going on with them, and then you want to invite them to look at the presentation, okay? And we're going to teach you a couple scripts and things that you can say to invite them. If you're Facebook friends with them, you can also add them to our team prospecting group. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on. But I'm going to tell you the very best presentation you should be asking them to come to is your very own personal or private virtual business reception. We call them VBRs. This is where you just have a private Zoom session and you invite people in and you have them hear the presentation. You can have someone come in and do the presentation for you, or you can just put one of the pre-recorded messages on, just push play and let them hear it. The main thing is to get them to look at the presentation. You can invite them to the one that's happening tonight at 8 o'clock, our big midweek event. It's a huge event. If you guys don't know, we're doing events on Monday nights and Wednesday nights. Those are huge events. But it's always good if you can get them into a private setting and then have them go out and invite people to the bigger events, right? So a virtual business reception is non-negotiable. Everyone should be doing virtual business receptions. Everybody, once you get started, within 3 days, you should have one. And then what's going to happen is you're going to teach the new people that you're bringing, in 3 days, they should have one. So eventually, you're going to have multiple virtual business receptions going on inside of your organization, and it's going to pop like popcorn. Remember, every kernel, when you have it in a bag, when it's a pop, they don't all pop at the same time. But when you start having 2 and 3 and 4, they're going to start pop, 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 pop. That's what we're talking about, virtual business receptions. This one here is I don't understand it, but this is where a lot of people drop the ball. They can get somebody in front of a presentation, but they don't follow up. The fortune is in the follow-up. Follow up after the presentation. You simply need to say 3 things. 2 are questions. What did you like most about what you heard? You're not asking them, what is their opinion? What did you think? You're asking them, what did you like most about what you heard? You'll listen for their answer. They're going to tell you, oh, I like that you can make money. I like the people in this program. Whatever they say, great. The next question is, how much money do you want to raise in the next 30 days? And sometimes they'll say, well, I didn't really think about it. Well, if you were to think about it, how much money do you want to raise in the next 30 days? They're going to come up with something, 5,000. Great. Let's get you started right now. And then you sign them up. Guys, all you do is rinse and repeat this process over and over and over again. This is how you become successful. Great. You take out your phone. I'm going to teach you how to sign up. After you signed up, great. Guess what you're going to do, John? You're going to make a list. I want you to write down at least 50 people. You're going to contact your list. I need you to call. The best method is to call them. Let's get your VBR on and we're going to invite them to your private business reception. After they look at the presentation, we're going to ask them the same question I asked you. What did you like most about what you heard? Guys, the reason we use that question, what did you like most about what you heard, is you are directing them to search for what they liked about it. If you start asking them, what is your opinion? What did you think? What question do you have? They're going to start searching all over the place. Oh, I saw that they didn't have a comma after that. Or did you see that one slide that was off-center? Something crazy like that. But if you just tell them, what did you like about what you heard? You're directing their focus so you can get right to the nitty-gritty. I hope you guys understand that. That is so important. So here's what you want to do. This is how you want to, when you're talking to people. I need you guys to make sure you take a screenshot of this. You want to be human, not a machine. I'm going to give you a basic outline of what you can do before you start to pop, what we call popping the question, the peak interest question. Number 1, please talk normal, how you normally talk to your family and friends. You want to find out what's going on in their life, what's most important to them. If you don't know them very well, find out what's most important to them. You're going to find out what their cause could be. You want to really listen to what they say. So you say, hey, John, I haven't talked to you in a while. I'm so nice to catch up with you. What have you been up to lately? And John's going to say, oh, I've been doing nothing but working. And, well, how's that going? How's your business going? You were doing something on the side before. Oh, I had to shut it down because of the pandemic, blah, 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 blah. And you're going to say, oh, okay, wow. And then they say, what else has been going on? How's the family? They're going to tell you. Then they're going to eventually come around and ask you, well, what have you been up to? And you're going to say something like this. Well, John, listen, I recently started a new project, and it's helping people create residual money without pushing any product. And I think this could be a solution to helping you to get your business back on track. John, let me ask you a question. And then you want to take him and ask one of our peak interest questions. Okay? And we have 2 options. I love option 2. Hey, John, if I could show you a way, you and a few of your friends, how to meet your monthly bills every month for just $1 a day, would you be willing to take a look? Or if John has already told you that, hey, I want to get my business back going. Hey, if I could show you a way that you can get that business back up and going for about $1 a day, would you be willing to take a look? And of course, John's going to say what? Yes. He's going to say yes. And then he's going to say, well, what is it? And then you are going to say, listen, John, I'm relatively new in this project, and I don't want to mess it up. I would prefer for you to hear from one of the experts. There's a call at 12 p.m. or 8:30. Which one works best for you? Or you're going to say, great, John, listen, I'm relatively new in this project, but I'm working with some really sharp people. We're having a private call just for a few of my guests tonight at 8 o'clock. Can I count on you being there? He's going to say, oh, yeah, count me in. Great. I'm going to text you the link, and I'll see you on the call, and we'll get all your questions answered. It is so awesome when you can invite people to your own private business reception, and you know they're going to be there, and you're going to see them. So this is the list, guys, of what you want to say. Okay? Everybody cool with that? Cool? Great. I'm going to go to how do you sign them up? After they've seen the presentation, you're going to want to do what? Ask the question, follow up. When they say they're ready to get started, you're going to say, great, take out your phone. Now, in preparation for signing someone up, I need you to know what your donor key is. So what you want to do is before the presentation, make sure you go into the member login, and you're going to look, if you're on a computer, it's going to be on the right-hand side at the top. After it's going to say, welcome your name, and it's going to give the link, and there's going to be some numbers. That is your donor key, those numbers. Write those numbers down and put it in your phone as a contact. You just want to say, my donor key, my co-op donor key. Put it in as a contact in your phone. If you're on the phone, you're going to have to go up under co-op profile, and you're going to see your donor key there. Put it in your phone as a contact. Really important. So let's go back. You're going to talk to John, and you're going to say, John, great. Go ahead and take out your phone. After you ask him how much does he want to raise, great, let's get you started. John, take out your phone. I need you to go to this website, CoopCrowd.com. John, let me ask you a question. Do you have a cryptocurrency wallet already? You're going to be surprised. There's going to be people that are going to say, yes, I have one. And I'm going to share with you what you're going to do, what they do, if they have one. If he doesn't have one and you want to get him started right away, you can say, John, listen, it's going to be about $110, $100 with a couple fees for you to get started. It's going to be about 110, but I have a token I can assign for you. And if you'll go ahead and send me, cash at me, PayPal, Zelle, whatever you want to do, me the $100, I'll buy a token for you. And he's going to be like, okay, great. You let him send you the money first, okay? And then you're going to ask him to hit the button, register now, okay? I'm going to share with you guys both ways, if he has a cryptocurrency wallet or if he doesn't, okay? We don't want to hold up the process, guys. We want to get people going. We don't want to have that be a sticky point. Now, remember, we just want to go ahead and get them in the system. So, John, go ahead and hit register now or join now. He's going to go to CoopCrowd.com on his phone, and he's going to hit join now. When he does that, you're going to give him your donor key. And you're going to ask him to put in his first name, last name, email address, confirm his email, and his phone number. Tell him to select the password and confirm that. And then he's going to select the subscription. He's going to pull that down, and he's going to select $84 for 84 days and active donor. You're going to walk him through this. You're going to tell him this is what you want to do. A lot of times we do this on a Zoom call with our people. So if they're in your VBR, you can just have them share their screen, and we can walk them through that. Otherwise, they can have it on their phone, and you're just going to tell them, go ahead, here's my donor key, put in your information, and hit active donor. If there's anything that is not completed, there's going to be a thing that will come up and have them go ahead and correct any errors. In this case, the mobile number wasn't there. Just have them correct it, hit active donor. Step 2 is that you're going to say, now, John, you're on the next step. We need to put 4 check marks here. Can you verify that my name is there as your enroller? Great. Can you go ahead and check the terms and conditions and privacy policy? The terms and conditions simply say that you're doing this voluntarily. No one has a gun to your head, and you can quit at any time. The privacy policy lets you know that we're not going to sell your information to anyone. And just verify that that is your valid email. They're going to say, yes, great. Please hit confirm and proceed. They're going to come up to the next step. On the next step, we're going to ask them to go ahead and select co-op wallet. Okay? They're going to select co-op wallet, and then the invoice is going to come up. And you're going to say this to your friend, John, just as I told you, everything in CoopCrowd is transparent. What you're looking at is the invoice, and this will be in your back office forever. Every time you do anything, it's already recorded, okay? So now, do you have cryptocurrency? They say, yeah, I do. You're going to say, go ahead and hit this little button, and we're going to change it, this up and down arrow. We're going to change it to the currency that you have. This screen is going to pop up, and you're going to ask him to select whatever currency he has. Let's say he says, I have Ethereum. So he's going to select Ethereum, and then the invoice is going to turn to Ethereum. You're going to then tell him, okay, above here, this tells you how much Ethereum to send, and this is the wallet address you're going to send it to. You're going to ask him to write down the first 3 letters and the last 3 letters so you know that he has the entire thing. And you're going to tell him to go ahead and copy that address, and then he's going to open up his external wallet and send this amount to that wallet address. Once he's done that, the confirmations will start to change. And instead of awaiting deposit, it's going to say confirming, then finalize, then payment complete. Normally, this takes anywhere from 10 minutes up to maybe an hour if you're sending Bitcoin. Bitcoin takes a little bit longer. Ethereum is usually within 10 minutes. I will give you guys one tip. Right now, the Ethereum gas fee, so I want to go back here so I can share something with you guys. When you see this and you talk to John, you also want to explain to him, everything is transparent in here. This safety surplus is not a fee, John. That is just a cushion that we put in there so that if your Ethereum goes up or down in price, you have enough, your invoice is there, enough to pay for it. This network fee is something we can't, that's the gas fee for taking the Ethereum from one place to the next. What I'm going to share with you guys, as we're on this together, that right now, if you have USDT, Tether, most people don't have that, but there's a USD, like if you're using Coinbase, there's a USDC. That gas fee right now is a lot lower than using Ethereum. So if you have that, but if you have Cash App, you're going to use Bitcoin, and there's going to be a network fee. So just remember that. So just let people know. We always tell people about between 110, 120 bucks will get them in. So just remember that, okay, guys? Now, once they send it, it's going to come to this page, and it's going to say payment complete. Once they're complete, you know they're in. This is the next step. They're going to see their back office. They're good to go. They're going to have their own donor key here. Now, this is going to be a little bit new for some of you guys that have been on our trainings before. I'm going to tell you what you need to say to John next. Hey, John, now that you're in, congratulations. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to make your list. Remember our 5 steps, right? You're going to make your list. Once you've made that list of 50 people, I want you to come right here to My Daily Steps, and you can go ahead and enter in your friend's first name, last name, and email address. So just go ahead and invite, 10, 20, 30 people from your list. Go ahead and invite them to be a part of this. And you don't want people, this is not for you guys spamming anybody. These are people that you know. You do not want to be putting people that you do not know, because we could get the company into a lot of trouble if you guys are putting it, just spamming folks. This is not time, as my good friend always says, don't be like Spamela Anderson, spamming folks. This is your friends that you know. Put their information in, and you're going to invite them. Now they are in the system. Now your friends are in the system. Now when you call them and you invite them to a presentation, they come to your VBR, they're going to get a letter like this that says, hey, John, Greg, it's going to say whatever your name is. It's Greg. I set up you on a reprove it free system, and it's going to give them their own username, and their donor key is going to be here too. I mean, their login information is going to be here. When you put them in, you're going to be able to go down to your co-op free team, and you're going to be able to see their donor key. I need you to write that down. It's really important. Before they come to the presentation, that you have a list of everyone you put in and what their donor key is. Because when they come to the VBR, and they say they're ready to get started, you ask them what did they like most about it, how much do they want to raise, and you say, let's get you started. You're going to say, oh, remember, John, I set you up on that We Prove It Free. What I need you to do is we're going to go ahead and get you set up. So do you have, this is again, you can ask the same question. Do you have a cryptocurrency wallet? If they say yes, you'll have them log into their back office and they can go ahead and buy their own token. Most of the time they don't have it, so you can log into your back office, buy them a token by going to buy tokens. You're going to hit $84, put the number 1 in here, hit next, and then you're going to put their donor key. That's why it's good that you have that list. Put their donor key in there, select the token, $84 token, and you're going to put the number 1, and you're going to hit the word assign, and immediately John's back office is set. He's ready to rock and roll. It's so simple. He will not see this activate your 25 because he's going to be activated already. So guys, that's really, really important. We're using we're kind of leveraging that we prove it free so that when people come to our VBRs, they already are in the system with the donor key and we're ready to rock and roll with just getting them a token right away. Everybody got that, right? So that is an excellent, excellent opportunity to build and build quickly. Now, for those of you who are already in the system, it is so important. I cannot stress enough that you get on that 250 matrix or system. That 250 system gives you 10 times the amount of donations. So when you're seeing now $6.50 for somebody that you directly brought in, you'll now start to see $62.50. Can you get more excited about $62.50 for one person? I think so. So you want to make sure you activate your 250. You can do that by going into your back office and just clicking the word activate your 250 really, really easily. Or you can go down to the co-op tokens and buy a 250 token. And a great thing about this is, and this is what you're going to love about working with Mr. Rosen. He's so awesome. He has created it where you, in the past, we used to have to do everything 3 months in advance. Just how you're doing your 25 3 months in advance, we had to do the 250 3 months in advance. Now you can do it just 28 days each month, but month by month, with just having 260 in your back office. So you can buy that token, hit next, and you're ready to rock and roll on the 250. I really need you guys to understand, when you're in your back office, you have 3 systems going, okay? You have your co-op free. That's people who have not yet paid the money. You'll see that you're on a free when it says not real money. It's still awesome because your people are going to see, as they put names in there, the money going up, and they can say, wow, if these people activate, I'm going to make that much a month. Wow, amazing. That's one system. If you hit co-op 25, that's another system. That's your $84, $1 a day. That's your $25 system. If you're on that $25 system and you hit co-op cooperative team, that's who's on your 25. Okay, I need you guys to understand that. Co-op 250 is who's on your 250 system or matrix, right? So you have 3 different powerful matrices inside of your back office that you can look at. Absolutely wonderful. Now, I really want to try to get through this because this is really, probably the most important thing is that you stay plugged in. And again, remember we talked about being responsible. Being responsible is that you know the schedule and you make sure that your teammates know the schedule. So I'm going to go over the schedule for you guys. And I'm going to talk about our team calls first, okay? We have team overview calls. These are our big events that I told you about. On Mondays and Wednesdays at 7:55, you want to get here early. 8 o'clock, the big overview calls. It's an event, right? And you want to make sure that you have guests with you every time. Then we have our new member orientation for our team, which you're on today. All of our team calls are always on smarterthanmoney.live. Smarterthanmoney.live, okay? And then we have our company, our corporate calls. They have overview calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 noon and 8:30 p.m. Those will come to you the links will be in your email, okay? The most important thing I want you to put off of this particular screen is that there is a locker room training on Saturdays. This is a must-attend event, period. If you are serious about taking this thing through the roof, you will never, ever want to miss a Saturday, because Saturday is where you're going to learn the cutting edge, the why we do things the way we do things. Why this? What's new? What's coming out? How do we maximize it? How do you do this? How do you do that? We have the best trainers in the world. And I can tell you this because I've been in personal development for over 20 years. I literally work for a personal development company. And people spend thousands and thousands of dollars to get the type of training that we're getting that came with your $84 system. So guys, please, come on. Every Saturday, non-negotiable, you and your team need to be there. And then we have also our corporate new member training on Wednesdays at 12. This is really great for people who are overseas or people who work in the evening and can't get on our call. The only difference, I just want to make sure you guys are aware, they won't have all the team stuff in that call. So you want to make sure your teammates, if they can only get on the morning one, that they know about the stuff that our team does, okay? And when I say our team, look at all the additional support that our team does. We are so blessed. The Smarter Than Money team is the bomb. It's the best. We have an all cryptocurrency call on Tuesday nights at 10. If you didn't hear it last night, it was amazing. They give you all kind of tips and things that you can do all about cryptocurrency. What wallets to use, where what's going on. If you guys don't know already, one thing they talked about last week, how there's now a lot of payroll systems that are now using cryptocurrency, meaning people are now getting their checks inside of cryptocurrency, like, direct deposit just to cryptocurrency. I mean, things are moving. If you are not on that call, you don't know that. So when people come to you and say, oh, I don't believe in cryptocurrency, you have nothing to tell them. So get on this call so you can learn and grow. It's so amazing. We have our empowerment hour on Thursdays at 1 p.m. If you are not growing personal development, you can never, ever out-earn your level of personal development. If you don't work on yourself every single day, if you even start making money, your thermostat is going to take you back. Your mindset is going to take you back to where you were or not. It's going to sabotage. So work on yourself. That empowerment hour is absolutely critical. And then on Saturdays, when you have questions, you have questions about things, come to that Saturday question and answer session. The ladies do an amazing job on that. I don't even miss it, ever. Even this weekend, we were going to see my uncle that was going away. He's moving to Georgia. I put that call on in the car, so I would never miss it because you learn something. The women are so amazing on that call. So make sure you're on that. On Saturdays, if you have questions, that's a great place to get your questions answered. Again, all of our team calls are on smarterthanmoney.live. Some of you ask about recordings all the time. Not some. You guys ask us this constantly. Yes, we do have recordings that you can go to. If you want a recorded presentation and testimonials, the best place to send your people is smarterthanmoney.info. And we have a YouTube page, which is STM Co-op Life. Please subscribe to that so when new things come out, you get notifications. This is what our smarterthanmoney.info looks like. Very, very professional site. And they can go on here and watch the latest presentation. Now, we do have a prospecting Facebook group, which is just that. It's for prospects, not for members, okay? We want people to hear the buzz about what's going on. So that's where you go. If you have questions, you can also go to our team Telegram group, which is Smarter Than Money Co-op. That is our Telegram group. You'll just have to ask your inviter to add you to that group. Now, guys, I'm going to share something with you. This is brand spanking new. So please make sure you take a screenshot. I'm going to give you an 84-day roadmap to success. Okay, I don't think you guys heard me very well. I'm going to give you an 84-day roadmap to success. If you do this, you are going to be flat out successful in the next 84 days. First thing you want to do, most of you already done this, right? Register as an active donor, obviously. Schedule your virtual business reception within your first 3 days and keep it consistent. Do one every week. Invite your friends to that. And we want to use that 3-step daily step thing that I showed you guys how to do. Call them, invite them to your VBR using the scripts that I shared with you. And then you want to use how to register the person, just how I showed you guys how to register people. Once you have them already in the system, assigning a token to them. If they don't have the money, just have them Cash App you or Zelle or whatever, PayPal you, get them in. Promote them to come to our events, our Wednesday and Monday events, big, huge events, our corporate events. You want to have them then turn around and make sure that they schedule their BBR, right? And then you also want to, at that point, start having people open up their own external wallet so that they can turn around and, just checking really quick, that they can turn around and they can buy tokens and assign the tokens. And just keep repeating this process over and over and over again. Now, remember, I always say this, success does not come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. I love what Sonica says. You can't take a shower on Monday and think you're going to still be smelling good on Friday. You can't invite somebody last week and think that you're going to get these huge donations. You got to be consistent, guys. Consistent in your activity. You got to just be so relentless that success can never, ever hide from you. And every single day, do something. I teach my team, we give a daily, hey, these are the things we need to do every day. We need to expand our network. We need to talk to 10 more people. We need to connect with, new people. We need to join new groups. We want to expand our network, guys. Be consistent in that. And I am so, so proud of all of you guys that are on this call because you're here learning as a leader how to lead. So, guys, what I'm going to do, I can take maybe just 2 questions because we got to get this line clear for our big event that's getting ready to happen. I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to open it up for 2 questions. If you have a question, please feel free to raise your virtual hand by going down to reactions. You can raise your hand there, or you can go, if you're on a phone, you go to the 3 dots, and there's a raise your hand in there, and I will answer 2 quick questions if you have them.